From a very dark space to a personal enlightenment that brought on new horizons, new opportunities, and a brand new life. Today, my guest is going to share about her bariatric transformation. Welcoming on today's Pop Podcast, Manu. Manu, thank you so much for taking a moment and being with us today and sharing your story.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you.
So, okay, take me back to this dark place that you were. How much were you weighing at this point?
My weight at that point, oh my gosh, it was around 262 pounds. And I wasn't myself anymore. That person it wasn't me. Do you know what I mean? And that place gave me so bad thoughts that for a person of my age who has a family, a loving husband, 2 little girls, I shouldn't have had these thoughts, but they were there and I didn't know how to fight them. I don't think it was just because the way I used to look on the outside is the way that I used to feel in the inside. So when I found out about the bariatric surgery, I said, okay, I think that's my only way out.
It's worth a try. So I want to talk about that because so many people think that when you're overweight and, to some, 262 pounds might not seem like a lot compared to others. But like for me, that was my heaviest weight actually was 262 pounds. And it's a lot. It weighs on you internally. And not only do you not recognize the person in the mirror, but that weighs it's like the weight on the outside also weighs you on the inside, I totally can relate to that. So how did you find out about bariatric surgery? Especially overseas, I'm not sure how popular it is over there. I had
no idea there was such a thing.
Yeah.
Until I saw basically a UK celebrity.
Okay.
He basically had a massive transformation. And I said, what happened to him? And I went to research. I went on Instagram and I found out that he had the glassy sleeve. I said, oh my gosh, this is what I need. This can be my chance to survive, not to change my life. I needed to survive because I was dying. I was dying inside. And I don't know if the topic is right, but I used to have suicidal thoughts. And when I found out about bariatric surgery, I just saw the light. I felt like there was a chance for me not to go through that bottom anymore, but to rise up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you're being so honest, and because people here on Pop Podcast, we like to talk about the real and the raw. So we talk about all the feelings. And I always talk about the whole reason I created Pop Recovery Systems is because when I had my mommy makeover and I had the body I finally wanted, that was one of my most depressed time when I had the most suicidal thoughts. And I had a beautiful 7-year-old daughter. My business was booming. I had the body I thought I always wanted. So it's like your mental health and your mental strength and all of that is the foundation of everything else. So definitely love that you're sharing about that. So how did you find your surgeon? How did you go about it? When you were like, okay, I'm doing this, what was your next step?
Well, I went to be done quickest. Don't wait anymore. I just wanted that, when you see something online and you like that dress, oh my God, that's mine. And that's what happened to me. I just wanted to be done. So if I decide to go through the health system here, I would be still probably on the waiting list. So my only chance was to go abroad. So I had to Turkey alone at the surgery, 5 days, go back with my new life.
Oh my gosh. So how was it going to Turkey? I've never had anyone on the show who's been to Turkey for gastric sleeve before. Tell me about that.
Well, it was scary. I'm not going to lie. It was really scary because physically I felt like I was so ready for that. I wanted to start my journey. I wanted to just grab this chance to turn my life around and start to live the life that I deserve to live. But mentally, the thought of having surgery in another country where barely people can speak even English, it was terrifying me, honestly. And I remember before to leave, I left a letter to my husband in case I was going to die under surgery.
Right. Here's my will and testament.
Honestly, with a list of things to do for him, you know, if I wasn't coming back. But luckily, everything went fine. And I had a great recovery. I know that a lot of people, they don't have the same experience, but sometimes I think it's because of the mindset.
Yeah.
If you start to feel the positivity from the inside, you can pass the positivity on everything around you. So even if something was wrong with me, I probably would never notice because I was so positive and focused on my goals. I just want to smash everything and not going back in that dark place. I wanted to get out from there. So even if something was wrong, like I said, I probably would never notice. But luckily, everything was fine. Even the gas pain in the beginnings was, you know, bearable. I mean, I gave natural birth twice. So if I survive that, I can survive everything.
Yes, absolutely. So how fast did you start to see the weight come off?
To be honest, pretty much straight away. I wasn't following a diet or anything like that, but I was very strict for the first 4 months because I knew back then that the first pounds are the easiest and the quickest to get rid of. So if I push hard in the beginnings, I can get where I want to be a little bit quicker with more optimal results. So for the first 4 months, I was quite strict. Proper rule follower. And then I started the gym 4 months post-op. So going to the gym 5 days a week, doing cardio, weightlifting to try to improve the look of the skin, which is something that we can avoid, unfortunately.
Right.
So that was my process in the beginning. So by the 4th month, I was already over 60 pound loss. I believe so,
Wow, that's amazing. 4 months? Wow. Yeah. That's fast. That's really fast. So you said something about your loose skin. Do you still have loose skin, or is that something that you've ever thought about going into plastic surgery for?
I do have the loose skin because unless you are an alien, you can't avoid. Especially if you need to lose so much weight, it's impossible not to end up with any loose skin at all.
Of course.
There are stuff that can be done to help to improve at least the look of it. So my loose skin, I know that through pictures and videos don't look that bad. Okay? Right. But it is there. But the thing is that it doesn't bother me because before bariatric surgery, I used to feel very bad about myself both ways. With clothes on and without clothes on. At least now I feel good with my clothes on.
And that's okay. Yeah, I always tell people every journey is individual. And as long as you love yourself from the inside, I mean, it's going to exude from the outside. So how much weight did you lose in total from your gastric sleeve?
Oh my gosh, I think it's around 130 pounds something. I lost count because I stopped.
You're like, I'm so happy. I don't need to count
why
anymore.
I need to care about the number on the scale? You know what I mean? So it's fine.
So what's the most different now in your new life?
The love that I feel, the positivity through life. I mean, I still have a lot of damage inside. I know that because for that you probably need years of therapy. But I feel good. If I feel good, everyone else around me feels good. My family feels good. My husband feels good. My girls feel good. You know, I started to feel like a real role model for them. Like, you know, even simple things like going stopping by the window shops and just look at yourself in the reflection and feel good and see my little girls next to me maybe to see and do the same things. That's priceless. Yeah. But before it was just tears in front of a mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your little girls, how old are they now?
They are 4 and the eldest is going to be 6 in June. So they're
So
very
from their little eyes, like, what did they say about you losing weight? Like, how did they express?
I
I
don't think I don't think they realize
even
that,
noticed, right?
sometimes you know what I do? I take the picture of me when I was obese and now, and they say, "Who's this? It's mommy." And "Who's this? It's mommy." Which one is better? And they point at the second version of myself.
Oh, really?
Now, I don't know
Okay.
if they discriminate in obese people, but it's probably because they can see, the happiness, the change, the light in my eyes.
Yes.
Them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And what about your husband? How has he, I know you said he was very supportive, but tell me about that. How has it changed your marriage?
My marriage was not dead emotionally with feelings before, but it was dead in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying that, because there was no way, even though it was there when I was giving birth, so through the hardest time of my life,
He was right there.
looking the worst version of myself. It was no way that I could feel his eyes on me, his hands on me. I used to feel the disgust, even though it never showed me anything like that. He used to tell me that I was beautiful, no matter the size, no matter what. But I used to, and I'm not joking, I used to take him and go in front of the mirror and say, "I know you love me, but can you please tell me, how can I believe what you're saying? Look at me."
Wow.
So it was really, really hard for him, but it was through every stage, from my worst to my better version. So I own.
And he's enjoying everything.
And now he's enjoying,
Now he's enjoying everything. That's fantastic. So what do you do now? Do you do things in the community over in Europe, or do you, how have you? Yeah,
I
go ahead.
try to spread the positivity of bariatric surgery, because, we still live in a very weird society, sometimes a wrong society. They prefer to promote unhealthy diet cultures instead of bariatric surgery, which is an amazing tool to defeat obesity, to give the chance to people to live longer, to lower risk of heart disease, strokes, diabetes, osteoarthritis. And for example, for me, that is too late, because obesity gave me osteoarthritis, and now I need to live with that for the rest of my life, and I caused that by myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to let people understand that if I can do that through bariatric surgery, you can too. You can change your life. There is hope. You just need to want it. You need to decide. You need to crave that change. You need to be your own change.
Yes, that is so powerful, because bariatric surgery is a tool to truly beat and cure obesity. And my partner, Dr. Smith, he's on 1,000 Pound Sisters on TLC. That's one of his mottos. That's why he loves what he does so much, because it's saving people's lives. So where can our listeners follow you along on this amazing journey on your platform? What's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is Love Gastric Sleeve.
Love gastric sleeve. I love it. Manu, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you are on your weight loss journey, or you're thinking about it, or you're like Manu and you are just tired of feeling the way that you feel on the inside because of the weight on side. However, there is a cure. Just like Manu said, bariatric surgery is a tool that you can use. If you want more information, of course, you can find resources at poprecoverysystems.com. But if you just need someone to look at for encouragement, make sure you follow Manu. We're going to have her link right in the caption, and make sure you like and subscribe this page so we can just spread the love and the amazing stories in bariatric and plastic surgery. Until next time, we'll see you on Pop Podcast.